Welcome in. Oxford Hills basketball. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. On Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 and AM 1450. The video stream, that's presented by OA, and you can find that online at MBR.org. We're in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. Matt Boutwell, Nick Perry with you here at the Portland Expo building as the Portland Bulldogs square off against the Oxford Hills Vikings in boys basketball action. It is our first chance to catch the Oxford Hills boys this season. Mr. Perry, I'm looking forward to an exciting game here. I always love the atmosphere in the Expo.
Yeah, it's a great place to be, watching and calling a basketball game. And Oxford Hills is going to try and rebound from their loss to Edward Little earlier in the week. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about Portland. Haven't seen them yet, but I'm excited to see them as well.
I am too. Of course, Portland won the state title last year. They beat their rival from across the bridge, South Portland, in a thriller down at the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland. Pretty packed building for that one. Of course, those two teams met on opening night, and Portland came away with another victory over their rivals in South Portland. Oxford Hills lost a tough one to their arch rival, Edward Little, on the road. Of course, Oxford Hills and Edward Little seem to play close games in everything against each other. A Matt Fleming shot went off the rim at the buzzer, so that was the ending from Edward Little the other night. Of course, we had the girls for you here on Maine's Big Z with the video stream on MBR. A lot of you watched the replay on that one. Reminder, Saturday night we were scheduled to have the Levitt Oxford Hills girls game. However, that game has been moved to tomorrow night. So we'll be picking up another game later in the year. We'll get you out an updated schedule later. My guess is you could probably expect that we'll do the Martin Luther King Day game. But, let's not jump the gun on that too much because that's not a final decision yet. But
Can't
that
give
would
away our
be,
secrets.
my guess would be that's going to be where we're at. We're going to have more on the way here from the Portland Expo as the Portland Bulldogs host the Oxford Hills Vikings in boys basketball action. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 and AM 1450. You can listen online at MBR.org. You can also watch online at MBR.org in video. The video stream brought to you by OA. We'll take a break. We'll be back. And, of course, on the video side of things, we stay live because that's what we do. No hot microphones. We do what we can. We've eaten already, so that's good.
Our bellies are full.
You won't hear us smacking anything. That's good. I do want to roll through the sponsors here. Of course, our lineup sponsors, Maine Athletic Fundraising. They're the right choice for your fundraising needs. No risk, no upfront costs, no minimums. Find out how they can help you today at MaineAF.com. Our timeout sponsor for games is Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and Maine Radon Pro. They offer both residential and commercial water treatment and radon air mitigation services. Just one call. They treat it all online at AffordableWaterTreatmentOfMaine.com. Also find them and like them on Facebook. They got a great little holiday card up on their Facebook page. The pregame show is brought to you by our good friends at the Sunday River Brewing Company. They're open 7 days a week starting at 6 a.m. Find their beer, breakfast, and dinner menus at SundayRiverBrewingCompany.com.
And we need to go for donuts.
And we also need to go and try and take down that 5-pound burger, but that's a whole other story. MBR.org is Maine's best resource for sports. You already knew that, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Find the daily scores, live and on-demand video and audio, and support your team at MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports. Also, breaking news on MBR, Ref Fan made his long-awaited return today. Ref Fan, one of our favorites for high school basketball season. Make sure you check Ref Fan out in the forums. Auto Buying Assistant takes the hassle out of buying and selling a car. See what Richie can do for you today. Call 838-6082 or visit them online at autobuyingassistant.com. We're in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. They are proud sponsors of the MBR Athlete of the Week, along with Central Maine Orthopedics. You can visit Mechanic Savings Bank online at mechanicsavings.com. Our presenting video sponsor is OA's Ortho Access Clinic. Ortho Access in Portland is Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. They are open 6 days a week, 4 hours, especially with this holiday season on the way. Visit orthoaccess.com. You are watching the MBR Game of the Week presented by OA on the MBR YouTube channel, MBR Sport. Make sure you subscribe to MBR Sport so you get notifications when we are live, so you know exactly what to watch and when to watch. And a reminder that we re-upload everything within 24 hours in sterling high definition on our Vimeo channel. You can find all the links for our broadcasts, whether it's audio on demand or video on demand, at the website, mbr.org. Matt Boutwell, Nick Perry with you here at the Portland Expo. You know, I think I only see two officials tonight.
Two officials.
Two officials tonight. Interesting. You never know when you're going to get two officials or three officials, Nick. So it's that'll be something to keep an eye on.
I'm sure
the firm
coaches will have their opinions on it.
See, I'm a firm believer in the two official system because I think sometimes there's too many fouls called with three officials.
That's a good
But then
observation.
other times there's fouls that are missed by two officials because the third one didn't see it because they don't quite have the right angle. So it can go one of two ways. I think a game with two officials probably benefits Portland because of their style, but we'll see. We will definitely see. Coach Russo definitely knows how to coach.
It's one of the many intricacies of basketball.
Certainly is. Certainly is. Beautiful night here in Portland if you like freezing cold weather off the ocean. Although it's warmer here than it is anywhere we would be. So.
Oh, yeah. When we came down from Norway, it was certainly my truck was all over the road, and the wind was, I think it had me down at like -6 or something like that.
It was a little.
That was at like 4 this afternoon.
It was a little whippy out there. little whippy. Little breezy, I would say. No biggie.
Breezy
though.
is a good word for it.
Breezy, yes.
So
Brisk, possibly. Brisk would be good.
we need to find out what the number 24 represents for all the Portland players.
I'm sure we can find that out. In fact, I might even have you run over next door to the next booth and ask that when we're about to go on the air. As we're about to go on the air on radio right now. Welcome back to Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 at AM 1450. The video stream is worldwide at MBR.org. The video stream is presented by OA. It's the Central Maine Community College Ham and Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7. Portland and Oxford Hills about ready to get underway. About 6 minutes away from tip-off on this one. Of course, we'll keep you updated on scores from around the state tonight. Again, a reminder, Saturday night we were scheduled to have the Oxford Hills-Levitt game on our station. However, that game has been moved to tomorrow night. We'll be picking up a game later on in the year to make up for that one. So that gives us kind of a free pass at this point. It's like climbing up the ladder and getting a Money in the Bank. You know, I've got the briefcase, so there's one game, and I can just cash that in, whatever we want to cash that game in.
Whatever game we want.
So that makes it even better, which is really good. Of course, tonight also over on 100.7 The Ox. We've got some high school basketball over there. Ryan Palmer, Dave Wing reunited, and it feels so good for them. They're in Monmouth for Mountain Valley and Monmouth basketball. I believe that's girls basketball action. You can listen to that one also at mbr.org. Pretty decent crowd here tonight for a chilly December day.
Yeah, they're filling in. I mean, earlier I was wondering where everyone was, but apparently they were all, cooking in their car and waiting to get out of the heat.
Yeah, this would have been a night. I actually had somebody outside. They did something, and they're like, "Man, we should have tailgated tonight." I'm like, "Yeah, you probably should have, but here we are with you not tailgating."
Good thing we're not doing a live remote.
Right? Yeah.
Outside.
That would be pretty brutal. Should be joined by Coach Pillsbury at halftime.
We would get hazard pay if that was the case.
I don't know if we would or not. I don't know. That's a good question. I should ask the boss about that at some point. Matt Boutwell, Nick Perry with you here at the Portland Expo. Tyler Dean on the camera. He'll be joining us in a few minutes. It's Portland. It's Oxford Hills. The Central Maine Community College Ham and Lumber Game of the Week. We'll have some introductions for you. The national anthem on the way. You're listening to Maine's Big Z, watching on mbr.org.
I'm just going to point out that...
Yes, we are live. Correct. Go ahead.
I'm just going to point out that all the warm-ups that these kids do, I would be toast by the end of warm-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, Coach, I can't go in. I'm done.
They definitely do some work. We're on a break here on the radio side of things. On the video side of things, of course, things remain. Portland Oxford Hills boys basketball about to get underway. You're watching the Sunday River Brewing Company pregame show. Oxford Hills in the road greens. Portland is in the home whites.
It's an interesting dynamic because in football it's the opposite. Your away jerseys are usually the lighter colored jerseys.
Well, that's because you don't want to be in the... I've always found that odd because when you're in the sun, especially if it's in the hot sun, like the dark jerseys will heat you up a lot faster. I remember growing up, the Patriots always seemed to wear their white jerseys everywhere, and I assume that was probably the reason why. I've always wondered, too, I never thought when you talk about that with dark jerseys, the Cowboys always used to wear their white jerseys as well. I think that was part of the same reason. Of course, you don't have those issues. I don't think the lights here on the Portland Expo are really going to take a lot of heat on either jersey at this point.
But I had black jersey and black pants when I played football, and it was not the coolest.
I bet it was great in September. Yeah, I bet it was tremendous.
Yeah, the exhibition games at the end of August were really delightful.
Yeah, I'm sure they were absolutely thrilling. Of course, lineups will be coming up in a little bit. They'll be brought to you by Maine Athletic Fundraising. Maine Athletic Fundraising, the right choice for your fundraising needs. No risk, no upfront costs, no minimums. Find out how they can help you today at maineaf.com. This timeouts are brought to you by Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and Maine Radon Pro. Just one call, they treat it all. Residential and commercial water treatment and radon air mitigation services. Find them online at affordablewatertreatmentofmaine.com. Get all the scores tomorrow morning, bright and early, in one place. At MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports.
Anything and everything you can imagine.
Everything you can imagine. Long-awaited return of Ref Fan today as well. We are in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth, proud sponsors of our Athlete of the Week. Of course, you can find out more from that online at mbr.org and find out more from them online at mechanicsavings.bank.com. Our presenting video sponsor is OA. Their Ortho Access Clinic is open 6 days a week. Find their hours online at orthoaccess.com. Just about to get underway here at the Portland Expo. Matt Beltwell, Nick Perry with you here.
I got to tell you, Matty, Portland looks confident.
There's a reason they look confident, because they're very good. We're back on Maine's Big Z. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Matt Beltwell, Nick Perry, Tyler about ready to get on the camera. Not for a little bit, though. He doesn't have to do anything till the introductions. The legendary Peter Gribben will be doing the introductions here momentarily, and we will take you to him in just a moment.
Tyler has the easy job.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, he doesn't, because his work actually
is after.
Not only during, because he's got to make sure he catches everything, and he's got to make sure that there's nothing wonky going on with us in terms of levels and shooting and the lights and everything like that. But the editing, yeah, he's a wizard, absolute wizard. Blessed to have him.
Harry Potter style?
Very, very Harry Potter style. Here is Peter Gribben just about ready to take the microphone and give you some lineups here on Maine's Big Z and the MBR Game of the Week. You can watch the video stream now at mbr.org.
Welcome to the Portland Exposition Building for Bulldog basketball. Tonight our opponents, Vikings of Oxford Hills, a record of 1 win and 1 loss. The Bulldogs currently at 2 wins and no losses. Here are the starting lineups. For Oxford Hills, number 4, 5'10", sophomore, Spencer Strong. For Portland, forward number 20, 6'2", junior, Griffin Foley. From Oxford Hills, number 31, 6'3", junior, Trey Kenniston. For Portland, number 12, 5'8", junior, Manny Hugo. For Oxford Hills, number 13, 6'5", sophomore, Matt Fleming. And center for Portland, number 32, 6'5", senior Charlie Lyle. For Oxford Hills, number 20, 6'2", junior Chris St. Pierre. And for Portland, number 5, 5'9", sophomore Pedro Fonseca. And the guard for Oxford Hills, number 3, 6'8", a senior Cole Barrier. And at Portland, number 2, 5'9", junior Teron Moss. The head coach of Oxford Hills High School is Scott Graffin. Head coach of Portland High, Joe Russo. Certified athletic trainer Brian Lucas. The officials for tonight's game are Chris Bauer, Paul Brunel. Would everybody please stand for the playing of our national anthem?
And we'll keep it right here for that. Great job by Nick Perry on the national anthem there. Great job, Nick.
Thank you.
That was well done.
Yes, I once again tried out for American Idol, and they said it wouldn't be fair to everyone else. So I decided to give everyone else a chance, and I resigned.
Yeah, that's always nice. Starters: Cole Verrier, Spencer Strong, Matt Fleming, Chris St. Pierre, Atreyu Keniston for Oxford Hills, Teron Moss, Pedro Fonseca, Manny Ugu, Griffin Foley, Charles Lyle for Portland. Oxford Hills waiting on Coach Rousseau's squad to slide in.
It's their home turf. It's on their time.
It really is. You're on Portland time, baby.
Oxford Hills is ready, though.
They're fired up, ready to go. Is this your water, by the way?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Here you go. I figured you want that.
I didn't know if you needed some.
Well, I appreciate you asking, so that's cool. Fleming and Lyle will jump it up. Lyle tips it right to Verrier, and away we go. Oxford Hills going left to right on your radio dial. Fleming wide open for three to start it. It's short. He knew it was short right away. Was unable to save the rebound. He was going to try and knock it off of Ugu. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Portland basketball. Just underway here at the Portland Expo between Oxford Hills and Portland. Boys basketball here on Maine's Big C. It's the Central Maine Community College Champion Lumber Game of the Week. The video stream can be found online at mbr.org. It's presented by OA. Ugu has it on the right side of the court, looking to get it down low to Lyle. Nice defensive play there by Verrier to blow off the timing of that. Lyle actually did a good job there of getting the offensive rebound.
I suppose
a foul is going to be called on Oxford Hills.
Sorry, Matt. I suppose if you're Oxford Hills, though, your first possession, you got a wide open look from one of your best shooters. So
that's what you're looking
to build
for.
on.
Ugu from the corner, no good. Rebound, Moss amongst the trees, blocked by Keniston. Strong tried to save it, but his foot was on the line.
Second chance opportunities here for Portland so far.
Just underway, no score. Portland looking at inbound. It's Foley. Foley gets it in to Ugu. Up to Moss. If you want to see something fun, check out the Teron Moss mixtape on the MBR Sport YouTube channel. Foley drives in, hands it off to Lyle. It goes out of bounds. It will remain Portland basketball. 7:15 remaining in the first quarter. No score between Oxford Hills and Portland. Matt Boutwell and Nick Perry with you here.
Oxford Hills doing a good job defensively so far, not, giving Portland any easy looks at all.
Foley inbounds it to Lyle, and good team defense there. Keniston had his active hands in there, and that helped get that rolling. Turnover, but Fleming turns it over back the other way. Foley goes up. St. Pierre's going to get called for the foul with the left hand. And Foley will go to the line, and it looks like he might have either banged a knee or banged an ankle. Looks like he was got a little limp going there in the right leg.
Yeah, I mean, Griffin Foley is a tough kid. I saw him get, dinged up pretty bad during the football season, and he just played through it. So,
Gutty kid. First free throw's good. And the seal, ladies and gentlemen, has been broken. 1-0. Portland with the lead. 6:59 remaining in the first quarter.
And the Bulldog is approaching.
Yes. The actual Bulldog. Foley hits both free throws. It's 2-0 now. Reminder, we'll have our Bessie Motors Player of the Game. Winner of that one gets a personal pizza to Doze on a Route 26. Turnover there as Portland goes to the pressure. Yugu comes up with it. Gets it over to Fonseca. Fonseca with a pull-up jumper. Short. Rebound batted around into the hands of Strong. Strong brings it back the other way and gets it over the timeline. Strong drives baseline, gets cut off over to Keniston. Keniston up top for Verrier. Verrier puts it on the floor between his legs, over with the left hand, now swings it over to Fleming. Fleming drives in, up, finger roll, foul called. Nice strong take by Matt Fleming, and he took the three-pointer to start, and then he had the bad pass off the turnover because he missed the three-pointer to begin the game, is what I'm guessing. Nice aggressive move there by Matt Fleming to make something happen and get to the line.
Yeah, Verrier was trying to make something happen too, but Moss was all over him on that. No room whatsoever.
Fleming's free throw is good. Vikings are on the board. 2-1 now. Portland leads Oxford Hill. 6:29 remaining in the first quarter. Second free throw is also good.
Battle of the free throws.
I feel like
so
Fleming
far.
just gets taller every time I see him. Every time.
Only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore. Moss being guarded by Verrier. Gets around Keniston, now goes up against Fleming. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound Lyle, no good. Rebound Foley, no good. Moss with a loose ball after Lyle saves it from going out of bounds. 4-2 Portland. Hustle plays there. Tommy points, if you will.
Moss all over the court.
Not the only time tonight you'll say that, that's for sure. Strong with it up at the top of the key, over to Fleming. Fleming being guarded by Fonseca. It's a good matchup. Fleming drives in, nice pass to Keniston, who was waiting for it, but he got dinged on the baseline. That'll be a foul on Portland on the floor, so Portland will not be shooting.
Colton Carson checking in.
Excuse me, Oxford Hills will not be shooting. Portland will not be shooting on the foul they committed anyways.
Stranger things have happened.
I've seen some things. Fonseca out. Ballou in. Also have Colton Carson into the ball game for Oxford Hills. Fleming with the ball down on the low block, gets a hold of it, lost the dribble, gets it over to Carson. Now St. Pierre in the corner. Fleming for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Yugu. Portland looking to push. Someone's going to stop the ball. Yugu gets ahead with the left hand. Nobody stopped the ball. Fundamental breakdown there by Oxford Hill. 6-2 Portland. 5:20 remaining in the first quarter.
Boy, Yugo was down the court in a flash on that.
Verrier with a beautiful finger roll. Couldn't get it to go. Keniston saves it. Gets it over to Verrier. Verrier from the side for three. He can hit that shot easily, and he does. Splashdown at the Expo. 6-5. Portland's lead down to 1. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Yugu from deep. Too strong. Rebound fought for. Carson mistimed his jump. Ball loose. Moss with it, got whacked in the face, no call. Fleming with the basketball, and he's going to call for a travel. Looked like he couldn't quite get the handle. So, with all that said, after all of that, it's Portland basketball.
Yeah, Fleming wasn't quite sure what he did there. The ref tried to explain it, but was not agreeing with that.
I thought he might have stepped on the end line.
Well, that was my thought,
I might
too.
have bought that more than a travel, but, you know, the referee made the call, and he called it for his reasons, so that's why we announce. That's how that goes. Moss brings it back out to center court, over to Yugu. Flashing Hardy into the post. And you get a foul called. Hardy will go to the line and shoot one. Hardy is a 5'10" senior.
A lot of seniors on this Portland club.
Each team has 2 fouls. First free throw rattles out. .437 remaining in the first quarter. Portland leads Oxford Hills 6-5. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. The video stream can be found at mbr.org and is presented by OA. No free throws. They weren't good. Fleming with a bad pass, the baseball pass. That shot no good as Moss wasn't able to get it to go down. And back the other way comes Verrier.
Oxford Hill's fortunate there to not give up any points off the turnover. That's their third turnover already this quarter.
Portland does not need any assistance with scoring. You do not want to give them easy buckets, or it will be a long night. Fleming goes up, can't get it to go. Keniston with a rebound, but lost it as Hardy took it away from him, and now Keniston's going to get called for the body. He just kind of lingered too long. As a big guy, once you've lost the ball, unless you can easily get it back, usually it's time to move back. Because if not,
they're going to call that.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yes. And Keniston's going to sit down. I believe that's his second foul. Yannick Luxa into the ball game. Yannick, of course, a tremendous baseball player. Pretty good athlete.
I've heard he's a tremendous baseball player, and I watched him play some tremendous football this fall, too.
Yugu's three-pointer, no good. Hardy and St. Pierre get tied up, and Hardy will get called for the foul. No relation to Matt or Jeff.
He did have good rebound position in there amongst the big guys. No twist of fate, though.
No.
How many people do you think get our wrestling references?
Probably enough.
Which makes it even better.
Which makes it worthwhile doing. Anyways, Oxford Hills moves it into the front court. They trail Portland 6-5. 3:40 remaining in the first quarter. Neither team, I would say, feels like they've got their A+ effort here, and then you've got their A+ game going right now as Verrier turns it over on a 5-second call.
Yeah, a couple turnovers apiece, and I mean, nobody's really hit the hot streak shooting yet, so I'm sure that will come.
Moss going to get fouled. Aggressive into the lane, and Carson's going to get called for that one. Really, all you could do there is make him go to the line and earn it.
Yeah, I mean, Moss is going to do all he can every time he has the ball to get, to drive to the basket. So, I mean, it's pick your poison. Do you leave him wide open, or do you,
just try to make him shoot free throws, and he hits the first one. Carson comes out, Strong back into the ballgame. Yes, St. Pierre, Luxa, Verrier, Fleming, Strong in there for Oxford Hills. Moss makes second free throw. Foley, Moss, Hardy, Ballou, and number 30, Simon Chadbourne in.
Can't imagine, barring foul trouble, that Fleming comes out of the game much for Oxford Hills.
Strong tried a nice backdoor pass there to Fleming. However, the pass was off and it got turned over. But then Hardy comes back down the other way and he steps on the end line. Teams trading turnovers more than they're trading buckets at this point. 3:10 remaining in the first quarter. It's 8-5 Portland here at the Portland Expo.
Yeah, it's interesting. Both teams have been, relying on the long baseball pass, and none of them have been completed.
Verrier can't get it to go. Rebound knocked around, and Strong ends up with it. Now gets it over to St. Pierre. They'll reset. Over to Fleming. Fleming hands it off to Strong. Strong's going to drive in. Finger roll, too strong. There was no arc there's no arc on the finger roll. It's more of a line drive finger roll. Swung back the other way. Foley. Out to Hardy for three. Nothing but net. Scott Graffin wants to take a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. Portland leads Oxford Hills 11-5, 2:29 remaining in the first quarter. We will be back. It's the Central Maine Community College Hymn and Lumber Game of the Week. The video stream on MBR.org is presented by OA. Of course, we'll keep it right here for the video side of things. We're in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. Proud sponsor of our Athlete of the Week. Visit them online at mechanicsavings.com. Also want to remind you that Auto Buying Assistant can take the hassle out of buying and selling your car. See what Richie can do for you today. Call 838-6082 or visit them online at autobuyingassistant.com. Auto Buying Assistant is a proud sponsor of Portland Bulldogs Athletics.
Quite a weird first quarter so far, Matty.
Yeah, I would say so. Like I said, neither team got out of the gates like they were on fire, so we'll see what happens.
Lots of turnovers.
It's early in the year, a lot of stuff. I mean, this is quite a litmus test for both squads. You're probably looking at, I'd say, 2 of the top 3 teams in AA North.
I would agree.
So, although actually no, Deering's pretty good too. Maybe 2 of the top 4. Another turnover there. Strong loses it. Foley goes up with the left hand, can't get it to go. Blocked by the rim. Verrier with the rebound. What's impressive about Verrier is his hair doesn't move.
No, he's not at all. He's got the Zach Morris type of thing going on.
St. Pierre from downtown. He could play for the Bayside Tigers. It's 11-8 Portland over Oxford Hills. And now Coach Russo is going to take a timeout. We'll just keep it right here. He just put his hands on his hips like, did you really let Tris St. Pierre shoot that? Like, everybody knows that St. Pierre could shoot. That's one of those guys that you're like, no, don't let him shoot. Don't do that. So he decided to take a timeout to remind them not to let him shoot. So
understandable. Another a sound decision.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good call. Quick 30-second timeout here. We're at the Portland Expo building. Matt Boutwell, Nick Perry. Tyler Farnham on the camera. Minute 57 remaining in the first quarter. Portland leads Oxford Hills 11-8.
Looks like Keniston's back in for Oxford Hills.
Looks like it. Moss comes in. Be interested to see what Coach Russo came in with out of the break. And if it was have Moss just get it into the post and hand it off to Hardy for a lay-in, well, he drew that up perfectly, and they executed it exactly the right way. 13-8, Portland with the lead after the Hardy 2. Fleming lost it, was on the floor, bodies everywhere, and Yugu's got the ball now. Fleming knocks it out of his hand, and St. Pierre comes away with it. Verrier with it. Verrier and Fleming are being guarded, and St. Pierre all being guarded quite closely.
Yeah, Portland's doing a real good job on defense.
Fleming drives baseline, can't get it to go. Tough shot, hits the side of the backboard. Portland out in transition. Moss, stop, pop, finger roll, rolls off the rim. Hardy gets the loose ball. Everybody crashed into the paint, the ball squirted out. Hardy lays it up and in, 15-8 Portland. Big situation here for Oxford Hills. 7-point lead for Portland, and these are the situations when you get into the end of quarters in basketball games where you really got to make sure you keep it tight because there can be some big point swings. And right now, this is dangerous. You don't want to lose. You don't want to give up another 3 and not score. Maybe give up a couple, like 5 points here, and then you're down 20-8. You were just down 11-8 a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, those the point swings, like you said, at the end of the quarters, and I mean, even at the beginning of quarters, are right out of timeouts. Super important.
Strong with it, right hand, hands it off, over to Verrier. Verrier with the left hand. Up top to Luxa. Luxa picks up the dribble. He's actually got it back after somebody knocked it out of his hands there, so that all worked. Always works out in the end. Strong for 3, nails it. Spencer Strong from downtown, from the M in Unum. 15-11 Portland. Big defensive stand here for Oxford Hills. You do not want to let them end the quarter with a bucket. And there's a shot that's no good. Thought there was going to be a foul. All sorts of bodies all over the place. 6 seconds. Lay in, up and in is good. Nice play there by Luxa. Long shot by Moss is short. And Oxford Hills finished the first quarter extremely strong. Portland 15, Oxford Hills 13. End of one quarter of play. It is the Central Maine Community College Ham and Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 AM 1450. The video stream can be found at mbr.org. We will be right back. Keep it right here. End of one quarter of play. Of course, our presenting video sponsor is Ortho Access, OA's Ortho Access Clinic. It's located in Portland. Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. It's open 6 days a week. For hours, visit orthoaccess.com.
Clay Hardy, leading scorer for Portland in that quarter, with 7.
Thank you, sir.
I just like to keep
Welcome
you
back.
up to date.
15-13. Portland over Oxford Hills. End of one quarter of play here at the Portland Expo. Second quarter about to get started. balmy night here in Portland.
Yes. I was thinking about setting up a campfire outside for the game. But Matt forgot the marshmallows, and that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I figured there'd probably be some type of permitting issue. Fleming with the inbound inside the three-point line. Now over to Strong. Strong fires from deep. Way too strong. Back the other way comes Portland. Fonseca back in the ball game. He goes up, lays it up high off the glass and in. 17-13 Portland. Portland is so dangerous in transition, and I don't think Oxford Hills wants to get into a running match with them.
No, not
Moss
at all.
with a steal. Up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Fleming.
Portland is so fast up the floor.
Strong up with the right hand. Hoop of the harm. Wasn't sure if Strong was going to hand it off to Keniston. Instead, he took it himself. Thought he was going to go up with the left hand. He was on the left side of the rim. Instead, he goes up with the right, gets fouled, gets the bucket. 17-15 Portland over Oxford Hills. 7:27 remaining in the first half. Strong goes to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, I think with the aggressiveness of the Portland defense, when you have those chances, you just got to go up. You know, sometimes the extra pass doesn't always turn out the way you want it.
Strong can't get that to go. Keniston fights for the rebound, and they're going to say that is off of Keniston. He was fighting with Ballou and didn't get anything good going there. Foley, Moss, Fonseca in the ball game, along with number 10, Quinn Clark, and, of course, number 23, Trey Ballou. That's your Portland lineup. Carson, Keniston, Fleming, Strong, and Verrier for Oxford Hills. Fonseca drives in. Nice little up and under there in the paint. 19-15 now. Portland with a 4-point lead. Oxford Hills has to break the press going the other way, and they do. Good use of putting Keniston right in the middle of the floor, which is exactly how you want to break one of those presses. Carson with the basketball, being guarded real closely by Fonseca. Fonseca is a relentless defender. Strong in, hands it off to Keniston, but he could not get a handle on it. Everybody all over the place, and now you're going to have a reach-in foul from behind, and I think that's going to be on Fleming.
Yeah, Fleming knows he made a mistake there, and he's a little upset with himself.
Number 31, Trey Keniston, his second.
Actually, that'll be on Keniston. That'll be his second. It's kind of a weird one. I actually think he got the foul on the backhand.
Really?
He kind of went like backwards, and I think that's when they called it.
That ball was going everywhere, and there were bodies flying.
Well, and it was really odd,
it
too,
was
because the
chaotic.
official was blocked out of the play from where Keniston was, so I'm not sure what he saw, but I don't know. What do I know? Fleming with a play there, a little reach over. You do that at this level, it's going to be called every time. So you can look at the official. It's just, it's going to get called. So.
Don't they call that in the NBA?
They call that in the NBA. They definitely call it in high school a lot, though. Portland will take it out underneath. And another three-pointer by Clay Hardy. Clay Hardy, you said he had 7 points in the first quarter?
Yes, sir.
Well, he's up to 10 now. Portland leads 22-15, 6:15 remaining in the first quarter. Verrier with it on the baseline, tries to get it over to Carson. Carson can't find the handle. Strong with it. Strong crosses over with the left hand, now gets it over to Fleming up in the right elbow. Back to Strong. Strong with a nice little shot fake, hands it off. Carson, left hand, blocked by the rim. Moss with a rebound behind his back. Fleming had it for a second. Hardy regains control.
As soon as Portland gets the ball, I mean, everybody's on a dead sprint down the court.
Well, they're ready to get to the basket.
Absolutely.
Moss slows it up, brings it back to center court, now hands it off to Foley. Foley into the corner for Fonseca. Three-pointer is good. Portland 25, Oxford Hills 15. 5:30 remaining in the first half. Fleming with the basketball, gets it over the timeline. Strong with it, picks up his dribble. Lost it, got it back, now hands it off to Carson. Carson swings it over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre's going to fire the three, short. Rebound, Moss. Somebody's going to stop the ball. Verrier steps up. Moss stops, swings it back over. Fonseca in the corner for three, short. Rebound tapped around. Ends up into the hands of Hardy, who gets down low to Moss. Moss will get fouled. Foul will be on Carson. Moss will go to the line to shoot two. 4:57 remaining in the first half. Portland with a 10-point lead over Oxford Hills, 25-15. Oxford Hills also has 17 fouls. That puts Portland in the bonus. We'll take a break on the radio side of things. We'll be right back on Maine's Big Z.
Timeout, Oxford Hills, 30 seconds.
We'll keep it here on the video side of things. Of course, a reminder that Auto Buying Assistant takes the hassle out of buying and selling a car. See what Richie can do for you today. Call 838-6082, or you can visit them online at autobuyingassistant.com. Hanging out at the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. Matt Beltwell, Nick Perry, Tyler Farnham with you here.
Interesting, Portland has a bunch of scorers here, but they're certainly not selfish either, and they're, sharing the basketball.
Well coached.
Hardy, Moss, Fonseca.
Welcome back on the radio side of things. Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Maine's Big Z 92.7, 96.9 AM 1450 for the Ox. And of course, your video stream, that's found at Maine's best resource for sports, mbr.org. Video stream is presented by OA. Portland leads Oxford Hills 25-15. 4 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the first half. At halftime, we will get you scores from around the area and break down a little bit of the action. Also have the Oxford Federal Credit Union player profile. Oxford Federal Credit Union player profile is brought to you by Oxford Federal Credit Union with offices in Norway and Mexico, proud to support the hometown Vikings. Moss, first free throw, too strong. Teron Moss, one of the best players in the state.
And
showing you why tonight, and he's only a junior. Second free throw also strong. Rebound, Fleming. Matt Fleming's had a quiet first half. Pass to Fleming is knocked away, and Hardy ends up with it. These cross-court passes are just not going to cut it against an athletic Portland squad.
Yeah, Portland, they're so good at getting in the passing lanes, and they're really quick hands.
Fonseca, Verrier all over it, trying to get the ball. Portland comes back away with it. Now they get a little bit of a fast break. Hardy into the corner for Foley. Foley with a pull-up jumper in the paint. No good. Rebound, Fleming. Fleming almost has it taken away. He's trapped in the corner. And he got fouled. Moss will get called for the hack.
Doing I can't say it enough. Their hands and, they're just smothering with the defense. Portland is.
Luxa comes back into the ball game.
Back for Oxford Hills.
17 fouls for Oxford Hills, 6 now for Portland. Oxford Hills will be on the bonus on the next Portland foul. Luxa with it, over to Fleming. Fleming gets it over the timeline. With the left hand, gets a hand check. Joe Russo wants to know why. Official said, nope, definitely a foul.
The infamous hand check foul.
The infamous hand check foul. The hand checks get called all the time. That sends Fleming to the line for the 1-and-1. If you're Oxford Hills, this is a pretty sweet bonus for you because now you have probably the top young player up shooting free throws, 1-on-1. A good chance for him to get untracked. He hits the first free throw. Best way for scorers to get going reminds me of the old NBA 95 games that you'd play for Sega. You get them to the free throw line, get them hot, get them going, and then they'd start hitting three-pointers. We'll see if that works here in real life. Fleming drains both free throws. 25-17, Portland with an 8-point lead. Crucial stretch here for the Vikings with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Moss drives, kick out. Fonseca, no good. Rebound, Luxa amongst the trees. St. Pierre has a 2-on-3. He pulls it back.
Good decision.
To Verrier. Now to Fleming. Fleming up top, puts it on the floor. He's going to fire a three. Not good. His feet were not set, so it looked off from the time he shot it. Moss with the ball. Over to the NBA three-point line. Now Foley with it. He drives in. Foul will be on Carson, but at least he kept the block going away. He did the old Kevin Garnett thing, make sure there's no makes.
Yeah, absolutely. Mental. It's mental.
Oxford, foul number 11, Colton Carson, his third. Team foul number 8.
That'll be Carson's third foul, according to the man, the myth, the legend, Peter Gribben. Foley, nothing but net on the free throw.
And Peter Gribben is crucial to announcing because when he wasn't there for the last state game, Everybody knew it.
Everybody knew. Second free throw's good. And then they blamed us. 27-17 Portland. 27-17 Portland over Oxford Hills. 3:30 remaining in the first half. Fleming, baseball pass. St. Pierre down low to Verrier. Big time hustle there by Manny Yugu, who knocked it out of bounds.
This Portland team definitely hustles, that's for sure.
It's always tremendous when the team with all the talent also hustles a ton.
Absolutely.
Dangerous pass there. Yugu almost picked it away. St. Pierre to Verrier, trying to get open for three. Can't. St. Pierre with it again. Back up top. Picks up his dribble. Fleming, he's going to fire from deep and hit it. Feet were set that time. He was ready to go. Great shot by Matt Fleming. 27-20 Portland with a 7-point lead. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Portland and Oxford Hills on Means Big Z 92.7 in the Ox 969-1450. Video stream at MBR.org. Moss drives it on Verrier. Got to have some help defense there for Verrier. It's tough to guard. I don't think there's a lot of folks in the state that can guard Moss one-on-one.
No, and I certainly wouldn't want to try.
Nope, me either. Luxa with it, into the corner for St. Pierre. He hits a three. Oxford Hills gets it within 6, 29-23 Bulldogs. 2:35 remaining in the first half. Don't go anywhere, kids.
Huge basket right there.
Moss with the left hand to Fonseca. Communication breakdown with apologies to Led Zeppelin. It'll be Oxford Hills basketball. 2:30 remaining in the first half. 29-23 Portland over Oxford Hills.
Yeah, that last three-pointer was a huge basket, you know, for Oxford Hills. They're only down 6 right now and 2.5 left. This is the point in time you talked about earlier where you have to prevent the scoring runs.
Verrier with it, works around a screen. Beautiful arc on the shot, but too strong. Rebound, Yugu. He gets it up ahead to Moss. Moss, left hand up. Foul's going to be on St. Pierre. And Moss will go to the line and shoot a pair.
It doesn't matter where Moss is on the floor. As soon as he gets the ball, he's throwing it down on the floor and trying to drive the lane.
Every time. Mark of a good basketball player. Like I said, if you want to see Moss, pretty good highlight tape of him, go to the MBR Sport YouTube channel, and there's a mixtape on there with Moss in it. Really good stuff. It was so good, in fact, we were actually doing a game, Portland Bulldogs game, and somebody came up and said, "Hey, are you the guys that did the mixtape?" Yeah, that was us.
That was us.
Tom worked that one out. It's really good. It's well done. This is taken from a tournament over the fall. A lot of good athletes here in the state of Maine.
I'm sure Mr. Moss plays plenty of basketball in the off season.
He does. Misses the first, hits the second. 30-23. Portland leads Oxford Hills by a touchdown and an extra point. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Strong with it, picks up the dribble. St. Pierre from deep, no good. Foul called, and that'll be on Oxford Hills as everybody walks down to the other end of the court. And with everybody in the bonus, means there's going to be a whole lot of stoppages while we let folks shoot free throws.
Looked like they got Lushka on that foul.
I think so.
The shorter Lushka was in there among the big guys trying to clear out room.
I'm not sure why. They've got the great big scoreboard here. I don't know why they don't put the player up with the amount of fouls they have, but I don't know. What do I know? Possession now favors Portland, by the way. Yugu's free throw around the rim and in. 31-23 Portland. Oxford Hills closed the first quarter strong and got it within 2. Portland outscored them here in the second quarter. We'll see if Oxford Hills can finish this quarter strong again and keep it close going into the half. Yugu's second free throw, no good, but you're going to have a violation there as St. Pierre left early. So Yugu gets to do it again.
And like you said earlier, you can't give Portland second chance or any help.
And that's what happened there. They take advantage. They get the extra point. 32-23 now. Portland with a 9-point lead over Oxford Hills. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Strong with it. Drives it over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre drives in. He got hit. Blocked. Lyle stuffed it out of bounds, but it'll remain Oxford Hills basketball. That's exactly what you want to see, though, if you're Oxford Hills. Get strong, go to the basket. You're in the bonus. Might as well take advantage. St. Pierre got free on an inbounds play and laid it up and in. Nice pass from Strong to St. Pierre. Vikings get it back within 7. 1:40 remaining in the first half. Portland and Oxford Hills here at the Expo. Moss thought about pulling up and shooting it. Instead, just picks up his dribble. Now he's going to get over to Hardy. Hardy guarded by St. Pierre. Hardy had 7 points in the first quarter. 1:25 remaining in the first half. Portland 32, Oxford Hills 25. Moss with it, looking to get down to Lyle, who's guarded by Fleming. Yugu drives in, hands it off to Lyle. Coach Graffam would like a charging call. It was not called.
I don't think he's going to
34-25
get
Portland. Luxa had it, lost it, and got called for a travel. I'm not sure when Coach Graffam's going to get called for his tee, but it's going to happen.
It's on its way.
It's going to happen at some point.
It's fired up.
If you wanted to put a pool on it, I'm going to say third quarter. We'll see. 1:03, the first half, Portland 34, Oxford Hills 25. He and the official having a lovely conversation about where each other was spending the holidays, I believe. That's what they were talking about.
Or, how good Thanksgiving dinner was.
Are you making ham for Christmas this year? Or are you going to do a turkey? I don't know. I was thinking lasagna. I'm sure that was the conversation.
I'm going fourth quarter.
Fully inbounds. Moss with it in the corner. Under a minute remaining. Lyle with it. Pull-up jumper in the paint. Nails it. 36-25. Portland with an 11-point lead. St. Pierre with the basketball. He's going to fire it, and he got fouled as Lyle ran right into him. Coach Russo is not impressed.
Do not want to foul a three-point shooter.
Actual quote from Coach Russo, why, Charlie, why? Why? Sounded a little bit like Nancy Kerrigan there. Why?
Oh, man, that makes me feel really old.
Yeah, that just happened 20 years ago. St. Pierre's free throw is good. 36-26, Portland over Oxford Hills. Boys basketball here on Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 AM 1450 video stream at MBR.org. St. Pierre can't hit the second free throw. He still has a third one to go.
The Vikings, as hectic as it's been, and you're only down by 9 right now.
Second free throw is good. Down by 9 is Oxford Hills. Portland leads 36-27. 35 seconds remaining here in the first half. Moss drives into the paint, goes up against Fleming, and that was too easy. 38-27 Portland. Verrier with it. St. Pierre. Being guarded by Lyle. He's going to take Lyle off the dribble. Luxa with a nice little move. St. Pierre with a good drop off. Luxa with a good finish. Oxford Hills gets it back to within single digits. 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Somebody's going to have to get up on Moss because Portland going to look to take the final shot. Verrier, Moss, beautiful spin move.
Incredible.
And in the words of our friend Enzo, you can't teach that. End of one half of play. Portland 40, Oxford Hills 29. It's boys basketball on Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 and AM 1450. Video stream worldwide at MBR.org. We'll be back with halftime coming up. The Oxford Federal Credit Union player profile on the way.
Fleming has 4 free throws and 1 3-pointer for 7. St. Pierre has 2 threes, a basket along with 3 free throws, 11 points. Scoring for Portland, Charlie Lyle has 2 baskets for 4. Griffin Foley 4 free throws for 4. Andy Hugo a basket and 2 free throws for 4. Pedro Fonseca has a 3, 2 baskets for 7. Clay Hardy has 2 threes and 2 twos for 10. And Teron Wash 4 baskets and 3 free throws, 11 points. Upcoming games for Oxford Hills. They'll be playing tomorrow night. They'll be at home.
Moss and Hardy are battling for the scoring lead right now.
This Saturday afternoon, Portland Girls against Pony Eagle, weather permitting.
We are at the Portland Exposition Building. Thanks to Peter Gribben for running down the scoring. We'll get you some scoring in a little bit as we hit the halftime show on the radio side of things. You are watching the MBR Game of the Week on MBR.org. It's presented by OA. brought to you by OA's Ortho Access Clinic here in Portland, located at 33 Sewell Street. It's their first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. It's open 6 days a week for hours. Visit them online at orthoaccess.com. We are in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. Mechanic Savings Bank is a proud sponsor of high school athletics and the MBR Athlete of the Week. Make sure you stay tuned in the spring to see who the male and female athletes of the year will be. You can visit them online at mechanicsavingsbank.com. Auto Buying Assistant is a proud sponsor of Portland Bulldog Athletics, and they take the hassle out of buying and selling a car. See what Richie can do for you today. Call 838-6082 or visit them online at autobuyingassistant.com. MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports. Find all the daily scores each morning, live and on-demand video and audio, and support your team on the team pages at MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports. Ref Fan made his triumphant return today to the MBR Forum, so looking forward to seeing what Ref Fan has to say. For those that don't know, Ref Fan is a guy who comes in and talks about all the officials all season. And pretty sure it's an official of some type. We're not sure who, though.
Who could it be?
I don't know. It could be many folks. Many folks. Our timeouts are brought to you by Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and Maine Radon Pro. They offer both residential and commercial water treatment and radon air mitigation services. Just one call. They treat it all. They're online at affordablewatertreatmentofmaine.com. Your lineups earlier were brought to you by Maine Athletic Fundraising. They're the right choice for your fundraising needs. No risk, no upfront costs, no minimums. Find out how they can help you today at maineaf.com. And, of course, Sunday River Brewing Company is our pregame show sponsor. They're open 7 days a week starting at 6 a.m. Find their beer, breakfast, and dinner menus. And check out the 5-pound burger challenge all online at SundayRiverBrewingCompany.com.
5-pound burger sounds like a job for the tag team champs of the world.
Well, you can't tag team up on it. It's got to be one person at a time. I tried it.
Well, I mean, obviously, we shouldn't have any trouble.
You would think not, but that's a lot of meat to be chewing, man. You hit a meat wall, and it's just kind of over. I think I've got a way to do it. I'm thinking about building up the tolerance and maybe doing that this month. Thinking about going back. The problem is if I don't get it this time, I'm going to have to pay for the burger. The burger's like an insane amount of money if you don't finish it. So, although it would feed the family for approximately a year. So, that would be good.
I'm excited to take this, although it might be difficult because I want to go there for the donuts too.
See, you can always pick up donuts and bring them home.
That's true.
Just saying.
You might have to roll me out of the place after the 5-pound burger challenge.
We'll probably there's probably going to have to be a flatbed, and you and I are both going to have to just go on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure. Pretty solidly positive on that. Pretty surprised. I was expecting a bunch of papers down here and everything else, but quiet this evening on the media side of things. I did see some WMTW TV cameras here, so there'll be some highlights from that. Welcome back on the radio side of things. It's halftime. Central Maine Community College Ham and Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7. And, of course, the Ox 96.9 AM 1450, your hometown stations for Oxford Hills. And your video stream can be found online at mbr.org. The video stream, of course, presented by OA. Matt Beltwell, Nick Perry with you here. Tyler Farnham on the camera, although we let him take a break for halftime because, well, there's not a ton of stuff that he really needs to film here at halftime. The Oxford Federal Credit Union player profile is brought to you by Oxford Federal Credit Union. Oxford Federal Credit Union with offices in Norway and Mexico. Looking forward to getting all the player profiles back from the boys this week. I got the girls already. The girls are all set. Of course, yep. We did have a girls game scheduled for Saturday night, and that game has been moved to tomorrow. We'll be picking up another game later on in the year to make up for that one. So, there you go.
And it's our choice.
And it's our choice. As I told Mr. Perry earlier, it's like money in the bank. We just cash that in, you grab an official, and you go down and you call a game. So, we will update the schedule. And, of course, you can find the updated schedule and the updated broadcast schedules at mbr.org. Find all the listings there. You can find games from all over the state, video, audio, all sorts of it. There's plenty of games being played around the state. You can find them all in one spot there. So, Oxford Hills trails Portland 40-29 here at the half. Vikings coming out from halftime as they went down the stairs and got a nice motivational speech from Coach Graff, I assume.
I'm sure part of it was don't lead me into a technical.
Right.
And also,
No, I'm sure that was not the case whatsoever.
no, I feel, he's a good coach and a long-tenured coach, so he knows how to motivate his team. And, I mean, they're playing the defending state champions right now. And as, we've seen so far, Portland has a bunch of scorers, and they're not afraid to play stingy defense. So definitely a tough task for Oxford Hills right now.
Certainly is. You don't want to be down by 11 to any team. You definitely don't want to be down 11 to the Bulldogs. 4 timeouts left for Portland, 3 timeouts left for Oxford Hills. So if things get off to a rough start early, you can't just be burning timeouts trying to save things either. So definitely not an enviable position here for the Oxford Hills Vikings. Try to get you some scores in a little bit. In the meantime, we'll take another break. It is halftime. Of course, player profiles again brought to you by Oxford Federal Credit Union. Oxford Federal Credit Union with offices in Norway and Mexico. Find them online at ofcu4u.com. Take a break. We'll be back at Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week. Maine's Big Z, 92.7 The Ox, 96.9 AM, 1450. Video stream. Find that online at mbr.org. Video stream is presented by OA. We'll be right back. We'll keep it here on the radio, on the video side of things, of course.
Apparently, Andrew Fleming has been named the America East Rookie of the Week.
As he should be. He's very good. Rookie of the Week. He's doing very well playing up at the University of Maine.
Yes.
I'd like to see them build the team around him, but we'll see.
Spruce Mountain is up at halftime, 37-20 over Freeport.
Ah.
Winslow is up 27-24 over Waterville.
Ah. Look at you checking it out, getting stuff done.
Oh, I guess that's a final.
It is.
27-24. Winslow beat Waterville.
All sorts of...
Deering 79-33 over Noble.
Ah. Coach Wing's squad doing okay. You know, it's I always get a kick out of it too when you're this time of year. Thursday nights are kind of an off night for high school basketball because it's usually Tuesdays and Fridays are your big nights when it comes to scoring. So
Right.
You should realize that it was Thursday. So, reminder: if you were planning on listening to the Oxford Hills Levitt game on Saturday night, that game has been moved to tomorrow. We will pick up another game later on in the year. A little disappointed. I was hoping to have three games on my check this week, but
Well,
it was going to be like a little Christmas bonus, kind
Christmas
of.
bonus.
But instead, here we are.
I'm still hoping, holding out hope for my boss here to give me a Christmas bonus.
Well, I can get you a nice Jelly of the Month club. I mean, it is the gift that keeps on giving. All year long.
I was hoping for the 5-pound burger, but that's, I'll take it.
Jelly of the Month club it is, my friend. Jelly of the Month club it is. Oxford Hills and Portland getting ready to jump in here for the second half.
If you're Oxford Hills, I mean, do you feel like you need to continue to stay aggressive? I mean, I don't foresee them falling in love with the perimeter shot, but they've made, their fair share of three-pointers in the first
I'd like
half.
to see them start getting aggressive, go to the line, because here's the deal, you're down by 11. The biggest thing when it comes to games like this is, especially when you're down by 11, stopping the clock and scoring while you stop the clock. That's the advantage you have when you can do that. But if you don't do that, then that's where you end up. And you can end
Portland
up
gets the ball first,
busted
so
out.
we'll see how this goes.
Portland will get the ball first. Yugu. Foley for three. Too strong. Carson skied for the rebound.
In between two Portland defenders at that.
That was pretty impressive by Mr. Colton Carson. 40-29, Portland over Oxford Hills. 7:30 remaining in the third quarter.
He too is a sophomore.
Fleming with a little pull-up on the left side. Good to go. Down and in. 40-31, Portland now. Welcome back on the radio side of things. Maine's Big Z 92.7. The Ox 96.9 AM 1450. Matt Fleming just hit a jumper as we come back here for second half action. Portland missed a shot, and current score is 40-31. Portland over Oxford Hills. 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. Matt Beltwell, Nick Perry, Tyler Farnham with you here at the Portland Expo. John G. keeping us on the air at the Gleason Media Palatial Estate Studios, beautiful downtown Norway, Maine. Yugu lost the ball, ran into Keniston, And it's Oxford Hills basketball. Oxford Hills is fired up.
They are fired up, and Yugu was just completely out of control there. Knocked over the defender and everything.
He's lucky he didn't get an offensive foul there, to be honest with you. He should just be happy that he ended up with a turnover.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes guys are like, oh, man, how could you not call a foul there? No, you got lucky that you didn't call it. It's like when in football when the guys all mad that defensive pass interference wasn't called. No, it should have been offensive pass interference too there, champ.
Right.
Fleming, St. Pierre, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Fonseca, up ahead to Foley. St. Pierre is going to foul him, which is probably a good idea because Foley would have laid that in pretty easily.
Absolutely.
I feel pretty safe in making that assumption.
Yeah, I mean, just once again, Portland always has one person that's beating Oxford Hills down the other end of the court.
Halftime in girls basketball, Deering leads Edward Little 28-21. Also on the boys' side of things, second free throw is missed, 41-31 now, but Portland gets the rebound and Moss lays it back up and in, 43-31. On the boys' side of things, Edward Little leads Deering 25-18 at the half.
Eye for an eye.
That's how that works. Verrier is going to get called for steps. I think he was looking for a foul on Moss, and it didn't happen. So Portland has withstood the strong second half start charge by Oxford Hills and has extended their lead, 43-31.
Coach is looking pretty calm over there on the Oxford Hills sideline.
For the moment. For the moment. Foley tries to get it into the corner for Yugu. Instead, it's going to get knocked out of bounds, excuse me. Stay tuned to the end of the game for the Bessie Motors player of the game. Winner of that gets a personal pan pizza to Doe's on Route 26.
No 5-pound burger?
No 5-pound burger. Personal pizza at Doe's. Not a bad gig, though.
No, not at all.
Yugu in, can't get it to go. Gets the rebound, but lost the handle, and that goes out of bounds. Oxford Hills basketball. 6:14 remaining in the third quarter.
I would certainly take a personal pan pizza from there.
Yeah. Can't tell. We're always hungry. St. Pierre over the timeline. Over to Keniston. Keniston gets it back to St. Pierre. St. Pierre lost it for a second. Got it back. Gets it over to Verrier. Verrier with the left hand. Over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre squares, fires, no good. Keniston with a tip, then gets the rebound, puts it back up again. Nice play there by Keniston. He didn't put the ball on the floor. He kept it by his face and put it back up off the glass. Nice play there by Keniston, 43-33 Portland over Oxford Hills. That's good fundamental basketball right there. See guys do that all the time. The bigs put it on the floor where the little guys can knock it away. And it's like, what are you doing, Smalls?
Yeah, four defenders are, four hands around you and you put it down on the floor. Your odds aren't very good.
Foley into the corner for Hardy. Now Lyle, who's in the post, over to Foley for three. Good. The inside-out game, and Coach Graffam's right leg is going to be bruised after he hits it repeatedly after that shot. 46-33, Portland with a 13-point lead over Oxford Hills. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Verrier for three, hits it.
It's a big answer right there.
Coles on a roll, 46-36. Portland leads by 10, and you're going to have a travel called on Fonseca there. And Coach Russo is going to take a timeout. We will also take a timeout. Portland leads Oxford Hills 46-36. We'll be right back.
Hold the timeout, 30 seconds.
I can only imagine what the Portland practices are like. I mean, they're so aggressive on defense. You know what I mean? Like, they have quick hands, and they're seems like in every passing lane.
You'll see a few of them when you're getting here for the tournament. And when you get here for the tournament, a lot of times they're practicing because they've got stuff going on. And they're pretty well run. Definitely know what they're doing.
They must run sprints for days, too, because that's all they want to do.
They need to. Welcome back. 46-36 Portland over Oxford Hills. The Central Maine Community College Chairman Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7 and the Ox 96.9 and AM 1450. Video stream online at mbr.org is presented by OA. Oxford Hills basketball. St. Pierre with it. Lost it.
Play.
Nice play there by Hardy. Clay Hardy tracked down St. Pierre and stripped it out of bounds. It will remain Oxford Hills basketball.
I thought he was in position for a LeBron up against the backboard block there, but he got it before the ball even went up. Cole Verriers chasing the ball out in the forum.
Got to do that sometimes, man.
Well, the ref didn't really.
Yeah, I mean that's a long walk. Do you blame him?
No,
you know,
not at all.
Verrier inbounds it to St. Pierre. That would be a foul on Fonseca. Mainly because you could hear him up here with the smack.
That was a love tap.
A little bit.
Fouls on number 5.
Little bit.
His third, 2 on the team.
Verrier. Looking to get to Fleming, and does. Fleming gets a double team, swing pass over to St. Pierre, and he lost it. Hardy with more good defense. Moss is open. He gets it over to Moss with a right hand, lays it up and in. 48-36, Bulldogs with a 12-point lead, 4:30 remaining in the third quarter.
There's those active hands again.
And there it is again as Hardy gets another steal, and St. Pierre's going to get another foul. Lukes is going to come into the ball game. We'll see who he comes in for. Probably St. Pierre, because I think St. Pierre just committed his third foul.
Oxford Hills foul. Number 20, Chris St. Pierre, his 4th.
Actually, that'll be his 4th foul, pardon me.
Clay Hardy shooting 2.
Reminder to stay tuned at the end of the game for the Bessie Motors player of the game. Free throw by Hardy is good. 49-36, Bulldogs lead by 13.
Hardy's first points of the quarter.
Lukes are coming into the ball game.
24 returning for Oxford Hills.
Second free throw by Hardy. No good. Rebound, Keniston.
Kick.
Yeah, Hardy did a good job there to make himself a lot bigger. But the problem is there's no kick saves in basketball. That's frowned upon. Fleming will inbound. Gets it to Keniston. Keniston swings it over to Carson, who gets caught at half court. Dangerous place to get caught.
Not where you want to be.
Nope. Verrier, right where he wants to be. Splash. Cole Verrier is a threat from three-point land, especially in situations like that. 49-39, Portland lead, back down to 10.
Seems like Oxford Hills gets it back down to 10, and then Portland says, nope, we're gonna do what we do, and then they just can't seem to get it under 10 right now.
This is where you want to get a run, maybe like a 6-7-0 run. Thought there's going to be a travel there, wasn't. Foley's shot is missed. Keniston gets the rebound. Foley, I think, is going to get the foul.
I think so.
I am not a...
His second foul.
Yes.
My question is why was Charles Lyle not playing football? Because he's a big body down there.
A lot of guys,
super athletic.
A lot of guys don't play football when they play basketball. 5-second call there as Fleming waited too long to inbound it. Coach Crapham, pass the ball. Foley will inbound. Foley took a little bit to get that one in. Gets it into Moss.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
Teron Moss is going to bring it back to center court and reset. Beautiful court here that Bulldogs get to play on. The old the Red Claws parquet. Hardy from in the paint gets it to go. Clay Hardy. Not sure how many points that is for him so far, but he's definitely tallied quite a few in the scoring column today.
Clay Hardy has 13 points so far.
Fleming just gets it over the timeline. Gets it to Keniston. Fleming gets it back now. Keniston sets a nice screen. Nice pick and roll play there. Keniston didn't get the foul called. Not quite sure on that one. That will be my first I have no idea of the game. That was a beautiful give and go there from Fleming to Keniston. Keniston went up, but forearm shivered to the floor, no call. Back on the other end, Fleming gets called for a foul trying to block Moss. And Moss will go to the line to shoot a pair. 51-39, Portland over Oxford Hills. 2:56 remaining in the third quarter.
If you're Oxford Hills here, I mean, you want to obviously get it in the hands of Fleming, but he's getting doubled every time. So, I mean, Verrier's had the hot hand.
Other guys are going to have to step up and be around him and then hit those open threes from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, Verrier has 2 threes this quarter, so, I mean.
Looks like Strong's going to come back in the game. Strong had some solid offense in the first half. See if he's got anything else. Moss hits 1 of 2 free throws. Carson will come out of the ball game. Looks like Oxford Hill's going to go small here. Fleming will be their only big. Although Keniston's a big. Not quite as tall as Fleming, though. Strong gets it over the timeline. I think having Strong in there allows them to take the ball out of Matthews' hands. Strong drives baseline and gets swatted by Lyle. Tough to go up against a 6'5" guy and expect it not to come right back in your face.
Exactly.
Luxa was going to try to steal it, and then he tried to pull back, and then he ended up just fouling Moss. That's one of those deals where you're caught in the middle, and no matter what you do, you're going to do something wrong.
Yeah, that's the old rock in a hard place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fonseca with it now. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Looks like Portland's going to try to run some high-low game here. A little high-low action.
Live action.
Live action. Moss down low to Lyle. Excuse me, that's Hardy. Hardy, pull up. And the foul. I don't have a lot to say after that. I mean, he hung up in the air for a while.
Yeah, really, I mean, not much you can do. Just the athleticism of Hardy took over there.
Hit his own swanton. Free throw's good.
Did you just hear the coach? This is not tennis class.
55-39 Portland over Oxford Hills. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Fleming lost it. Fonseca lays it up. Lays it in. Coach Graffam wants a timeout, and the officials haven't looked at him yet. Now they do. Coach Graffam take a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. Oxford Hills trails Portland 57-39 in the third quarter. We'll be right back. We'll keep it right here on the video side of things. We've got another full timeout.
I'm still leading in the technical pool because we're getting close to the end of this.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Of course, all of our video is brought to you by OA. Ortho-Axis Clinic is open 6 days a week. For hours, visit orthoaxis.com. Hanging out in the McKinnick Savings Bank broadcast booth. Of course, you can visit them online at mckinnickssavingsbank.com. Be back on the radio side of things in about 10 seconds, I'm guessing. And welcome back. Oxford Hills out of the timeout. Carson, Strong, Fleming, Verrier, and Luxa. Fonseca, Foley, Moss, Lyle, and Hardy for Portland. Portland leads 57-39, under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Strong with a pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Lyle. Here comes Portland on the run. Moss, lots of dribbling to Foley. Foley up the top of the key, wide open. You cannot give him that. Doesn't hit it. Rebound, Fleming. Fleming to Luxa. Luxa goes up left-handed. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Fonseca. Strong move by Luxa.
Good defense by Moss, too.
And you got to travel there on Foley. Minute 17 remaining in the third quarter. Stay tuned to the end of the game for the Bessie Motors player of the game.
Baloo is back in the game. And no, there is no bear on the court. Because that's all I can think about when I hear the name.
Oh, goodness. Garrett. Record on the way. I think it's record. I'm going to have to find out. That pass is batted around, pinballed with the shins. Would you call that shin ball?
Yes.
I guess you would.
Yes, I
yeah.
would.
And all of a sudden, I want to start singing Shin Ball Wizard. 57-39 Portland, a minute 3 remaining in the third quarter. Nice play into to Fleming, but he can't get it to go. Has not been Matthew Fleming's night.
No, not, they've done really good, defending him as well.
Hardy from downtown hits the side of the backboard, hits the side of the rim, no good. And it'll be Oxford Hills basketball as the ball goes off of Trey Ballou back in the ball game.
For the most part, I mean, every time he's touched the ball remotely close to the paint, they've been double teaming him. So, like you said earlier, someone's got to step up and make the open shots.
Strong with it. Picks up his dribble. Now swings it back up top. And take it away. Moss lays it up and in. Trying to get it to record and could not. Barrier up into the front court to Carson. Shots no good. Good offense. Just couldn't get it to go. Back the other way is Portland. Foley lays it up and in. 61-39. Portland. The Bulldogs right now doing their thing. That's what state champs do.
Portland doing what Portland does.
That is going to go out of bounds. Record with a nice shot fake there. Got fouled. Or had it got knocked out of bounds. There was a lot of body contact. Thought there was a foul. Apparently there wasn't.
No foul.
No foul. Verrier will inbound. 3.5 seconds remaining in the third. Yugu had the pick, but could not keep the handle. So 1.4 seconds remaining now for Oxford Hills to get a shot off. They are down 61-39.
Yeah, he had Moss wide open, too, if he had been able to keep the handle.
Get it to Verrier. He turns. He fires at the buzzer. Off the rim. End of 3 quarters of play. Portland leading Oxford Hills in what's called a measuring stick game. Oxford Hills finding out how much snow there actually is. You got to trudge through. 61-39, Portland with a lead. It's the Central Maine Community College Ham and Lumber Game of the Week. The video stream is online at mbr.org and is presented by OA. We'll be right back.
Blue Green Caravan, license number 129HK. Blue Green Caravan, 129HK. It needs to be moved.
If you have a van outside, please move it. 129HK. Please move the van. Just in case anybody's watching at home. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Portland leads Oxford Hills 61-39. It is the game of the week. Central Maine Community College Ham and Lumber Game of the Week on 92.7 Maine's Big Z. 96.9 AM, 1450 The Ox, and of course, video stream online at mbr.org. Oxford Hills basketball to start. St. Pierre's going to have to get this in quickly, and he finally does. Gets it to Strong. Strong work gets it off of a screen, being guarded by Yugu. That's a tough matchup. Fleming fires a 3. No good. Rebound, Moss. Moss distributes over to Yugu. Yugu drives baseline, stops, kicks out. They kick it out again. That'll be Ballou for 3. No good. Rebound, Keniston. Keniston lost it. He's going to get fouled over the back by Lyle. Matt Bell, Nick Perry with you here.
You said it earlier, it's a measuring stick game, and I think we've seen quite a bit today.
Yes. Long way to go between now and February.
Yes.
These are usually, the teams are always much different in February as compared to how they are in December. Strong to Verrier. Verrier with a nice turn and move around. Tries to draw some contact. Can't. Keniston goes up with it. Can't get the shot to go. Fleming with an offensive rebound attempt. No good. Moss with a basketball. Comes out of the pack. He's going to come up with it. Goes up. Lays it up. Can't get it to go. Lyle with a rebound. Up and in. Basically, what it comes down to is when Portland gets an offensive rebound, they score. When Oxford Hills gets an offensive rebound, Portland comes away with a defensive rebound after the offensive rebound, and that's the difference in this game right now. It's a matter of shots, and Portland's hitting most of theirs. Verrier's shot is no good. 6:46 remaining in the fourth quarter, 63-39. Portland with a lead over Oxford Hills.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Oxford Hills, I mean, there's really not much you can do right now. Portland's up and down the court, and, you know, they're just really not making much at this point.
At this point, you're out there with pretty much the first squad as Lyle's jumper's no good. Fought for, Verrier with it. Gets it out to Fleming. Right now, you're getting run against Portland's first guys. You got to take this and use it as best you can. Verrier lost it for a second, got it back, tried to get it to Keniston. Ballou took it away. Hardy with it, lays it up and in. He got ahead of the pack. 6:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Portland leads Oxford Hills 65-39. Hardy almost had another steal there. Luke's is going to come into the ball game.
Terry and Moss with the pass on that last play. It was 80% of the court.
Jerron Moss, pretty talented. Pretty talented. Strong to Fleming. Fleming puts it on the floor with the left hand, drops it off to Keniston. And the foul.
There's life on the Oxford Hills bench.
That is exactly what you're looking to see. Keniston can definitely do that. And I think that's something you're going to see more of as the year goes on, whether it's Fleming, St. Pierre, or Verrier, driving into the lane and being able to drop it off for Keniston so Keniston can get some finishes. Yugu got the foul. Each team has 5 fouls here in the second half. Keniston's free throw around the rim and in. Oxford Hills cuts into that deficit. Portland 65, Oxford Hills 42, 5:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Stay tuned to the end of the game for the Bessie Motors player of the game. Moss being guarded by Luxa. Moss with the right hand, over to Lyle. Hardy flashes into the paint, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, St. Pierre. Hardy took it away from him. Him and Hardy are on the floor. Foley's going to lay it up and in now. St. Pierre's looking for a foul. Isn't going to get it. Luxa. It's now 67-42 Portland over Oxford Hills. St. Pierre drives in, draws the contact on Lyle. Lyle throws his arms out like, what do you want me to do? I mean, St. Pierre did the right thing there. He lowered his shoulder, got Lyle up in the air, initiated the contact, drew the foul. Stops the clock, 5:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Oxford Hills get 2 shots down by 25.
Yeah, this the relentless defense from Portland, especially Hardy. I mean, he's here, there, and everywhere, and his hands are so active.
One of 2 at the line. Ballou with the rebound. Moss with it, drives in. My goodness, is he good. Can't get the bucket, but he did everything but get the bucket there. I mean, it touched every spot on the rim. Looks like a foul's going to be called on Portland.
There might have been a little bit of Saran wrap over the rim on
just
that.
A little bit.
6 of 7 on the team.
He's so good at creating his own space.
Tom Joyce, number 34.
I mean, he's not a big guy either, but he, you know, creates his own space, angles, very basketball smart.
Yes. Free throw, no good. Front end of the 1-and-1 means Portland will come back with it the other way. Rebound by Lyle, excuse me, by Ballou, and now over to Moss. Under 5 minutes remaining. Moss drives in, gets it to go. 69-43 Portland with a lead. Luxa finds a handle, lost the handle, gets it back, and now he steps on the line out of bounds. Luxa is a 5'10" sophomore. A lot of sophomores on this squad getting some minutes.
That'll definitely be beneficial as February comes around.
Yes.
Simon Chadwick, number 30.
Cam Slicer is in the game.
Another one of the sophomores. Quinn Clark into the ball game for Portland, along with Simon Chadbourne. Ballou with it. Chadbourne with it. Swings it over to Foley. Foley in. Hop step. That's going to be a travel.
Some of these kids have already played one game today. They were playing in the JV game.
Oh yeah,
earlier, so.
They were getting their minutes in, getting their run. 4:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Portland 69, Oxford Hills 43. Bessie Motors player of the game coming up in the postgame. Slicer's got to get rid of it. Clark kicks it, so it'll remain Oxford Hills basketball. 4:05 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Number 15, John Bento, in for Griffin Foley.
Looks like they are emptying the benches at this point.
Yes, they are. Everybody's going to get some play. Looks like Moss is out of the game.
Hardy's out of the game.
Hardy is out of the game.
Oxford
John
Hills,
Bento into the ball game for Portland.
Oxford Hills still has a couple out there.
I wonder how much longer Fleming will be out there. That ball goes out of bounds, goes off of Tom Joyce in the ball game.
Keniston's still in there as well for
Yep.
Oxford Hills.
Keniston and Fleming are two starters still in the ball game for Oxford Hills. Like I said, I don't know how much longer they'll be there. Fleming with a little pull-up, steps on the baseline, gets it. 69-45, Oxford Hills now.
Basket by Matt Fleming.
Try to get it down low, and nice play there by Slicer to pick that one up. Strong with it. Let's call for a travel. Sometimes your head goes faster than your feet, and that happens a lot at this level.
Just get excited and ready to go.
Turnover. Strong back the other way. Try to get down low to Keniston. He cannot find the handle. Got it up ahead now. Portland rolls through with it. Can't complete the connection. Fleming with it. Little baseball pass to record, and foul be called with 3:08 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Looks like they're going to get Clark on that foul.
Yes.
Portland foul number 2, Quinn Clark, his second. 8-18. Colton Carson, back for Oxford Hills.
Fleming is now out of the ball game. Keniston out of the ball game as well. Verrier back in, along with Carson. Shots no good from the free throw line. Portland with the rebound. Clark swings it over to Chadbourne. And into the lane. Nice little move there. Strong move by Bento, but he can't get the bucket. Strong drives in. Little finger roll. Can't get that to go. Chadbourne with the rebound. 69-45 Portland over Oxford Hills. 2:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Clark with it. Stops. Pops. Can't get it to go. Rebound Carson. Carson to Verrier. Verrier gets it over the timeline. Verrier up top. Right hand. Pulls up. Three. No good. Rebound comes down to Joyce. Tom Joyce is a 6'4" senior. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It will remain with Portland with 2:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lukes is going to come back into the ball game, and Verrier will have a seat. And it's official. Most of the rotation players are completely out of the ball game.
I was going to say that's probably Verrier's last minutes of the game.
Also got Lino Ben for Portland. He is off the bench and into the ball game. Lino Ben, 6'3" junior. They get it down low to Joyce. Joyce,
The lefty.
a lefty fadeaway in the paint. Gets it to go, 71-45 Portland. Minute 50 remaining in this one.
Basket was by Tom Joyce.
Carson with it, lost the handle, got it back, swings it over to Strong. Strong's going to fire a three. In and out, no good. Carson with a strong attempt at the offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. Record ends up with the ball. Foul will be called on Portland with 1:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. Record will go to the line. That foul will be on Bento. That'll be his first foul. Reminder, the Bessie Motors player of the game coming up after the game.
Couple candidates for that, really.
Couple. Now remember, it's the Oxford Hills players for that, so we'll look at that. Also want to remind folks that Oxford Hills High School will have a 2-hour delay tomorrow.
And why
because
would
of
that
the
be?
freezing cold.
Freezing cold.
Yep. First free throw is good, 71-46, Portland over Oxford Hills. Second free throw is not good. Luxa with the offensive rebound. Saves it. Almost gets put into a front face lock there by Fisher, who's in the ballgame. Actually, probably did get put in a front face lock. That's why he's going to go to the line with 1:34 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Lushka's a tough kid. He would have reversed it into a German suplex of some sort.
Possibly. Luke's first free throw good. Second free throw, no good. Carson fights for the rebound. Ball on the floor. Luke's in with another offensive rebound. Record three. Hits it. Nice play there by Garrett Record. 5'9" sophomore. 71-50 now. Portland with a 21-point lead. Approaching a minute remaining in the fourth quarter. And this is where your coaches say things like don't foul. Now 5-second call. Strong defense from Slicer. Strong gets it over the timeline now. Oxford Hills basketball. 71-50. Portland leads Oxford Hills. A minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Get it down low for Carson. He can't find the handle. Now he gets it back to Strong. Strong is open for three. Can't hit it. Rebound out of bounds, and it will stay with Oxford Hills. I think they might have gotten a little bit fortunate on that one.
Yeah, it sounded like a broken finger there.
Yeah. Carson up. Can't get to go.
Coach is upset. They ran the wrong play, it sounds like.
They did run the wrong play, and it's going to be Portland basketball after that.
And I think we're both going to lose out on the technical pool.
I think we are. I think we are. That happens, though. Portland works it up into the front court, trying to just avoid fouls, and they're trying to avoid turnovers. Nice little spin move in the lane by John Bento. 73-50 Portland now, 23 seconds remaining. Record with another bucket. That's 5 for him now. Not 5 buckets, 5 points. 73-52 after the baseline jumper is made there. 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Simon Chadboard with the basketball. Gets it over to Bento. 10 seconds, and Oxford Hills is going to be content to let Portland run out the clock. Your final score from the Portland Expo. Oxford Hills made it close for a while, but wasn't able to hang in the end. Portland 73, Oxford Hills 52. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with your post-game show, including the Bessie Motors Player of the Game. It's the Central Maine Community College Hammond Lumber Game of the Week on Maine's Big Z 92.7, the Ox 96.9 AM 1450. Video stream at mbr.org is presented by OA. We'll be right back.
Had 2 baskets and a free throw for 5. Yannick Lucha had 2 baskets and a free throw for 5.
Of course, I want to remind you as we go through the streaming here and wrap things up for the post-game show. Our game today has been brought to you in part by Maine Athletic Fundraising, the right choice for your fundraising needs. No risk, no upfront cost, no minimums. Find out how they can help you today at MaineAF.com. Affordable Water Treatment of Maine and Maine Radon Pro has been your timeout sponsor. They offer both residential and commercial water treatment and radon air mitigation services. Just one call, they treat it all. Online at AffordableWaterTreatmentofMaine.com. Sunny River Brewing Company. They're open 7 days a week, starting at 6 a.m. By their beer, breakfast, and dinner menus online at SundayRiverBrewingCompany.com. MBR.org is Maine's best resource for sports. Find daily scores, live and on-demand video and audio, and support your team at MBR.org, Maine's best resource for sports. Moody's Collision Center with 11 locations in Maine. You better take it to Moody's online at Moody'sCollision.com. Auto Buying Assistant. Take the hassle out of buying and selling a car. See what Richard can do for you today. Call 838-6082 or visit them online at AutoBuyingAssistant.com. We are in the Mechanic Savings Bank broadcast booth. Of course, Mechanic Savings Bank, proud sponsor of the MBR Athlete of the Week. For more information on Mechanic Savings Bank, find them online at MechanicSavingsBank.com. And our video presenting sponsor is OA. The Ortho Access Clinic in Portland is Maine's first urgent care walk-in clinic for immediate assessment and treatment of sports and activity-related injuries. Again, open 6 days a week for hours. Visit orthoaccess.com. We'll be back on the radio side in about 30 seconds if you're waiting for us to go back on over there. And then we'll tear some stuff up.
As always. Strange game.
Yep. Definitely a December type of game.
Yes.
And welcome back. It's a postgame show. Maine's Big Z 92.7, 96.9 AM 1450. Video stream online at mbr.org is presented by OA. Final score, Portland 73, Oxford Hills 52. Mr. Perry, would you like to run down the scoring for us here? I should start off with Portland, and then we'll swing it over to Oxford Hills after that.
I can certainly do that. Leading scorer, obviously, Taron Moss with 20.
Tehran, yes.
Clay Hardy with 18. And then Pedro Fonseca with 9. And then Griffin Foley had 12. Charles Lyle with 6, and a host of people with 2, and Manny Yugu with 4.
Yes. And then for Oxford Hills.
Oxford Hills, 2 were tied for the lead, and it was St. Pierre with 11 and Fleming with 11. And then Cole Verrier with 9. And then we had Mr. Record with 6, and 5 apiece for Yannick Lushka and Trey Keniston.
And your Bessie Motors player of the game. Well, you know, we got a couple of choices here. I'm going to go with Chris St. Pierre. Had 11 points, including, looked like a lot of his points there in the first half. So good job by Chris St. Pierre in the first half to keep Oxford Hills close in this one. But Portland, just too much. State champs pulled away. Be interested to see if these two teams meet in February up in Augusta in the tournament. Probably be a little bit different then. Again, your final score, Portland 73, Oxford Hills 52. We'll have your next broadcast for you next week. For more information and to keep a full schedule on track, just go to mbr.org. For Nick Perry, for Tyler Farnham, and for John Governelli back at the Gleason Media Palatial State Studios in beautiful downtown Norway, Maine. Keep your heat on. Open your cupboard doors tonight. And remember, Oxford Hills kids, you get a 2-hour delay tomorrow because it's so freaking cold. We'll catch you next time here on the Game of the Week.